Good morning, everyone. I was trying to play an intro, but I don't know what happened. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. Happy Monday. It's cold here. Hey, Cement Shoes, Debbie, Verbal, Very Merry. To Melissa, good morning, Cement Shoes. So, did everyone have a pretty good weekend? I meant to put up my Christmas tree this weekend, and that didn't happen. I'm going to try to get that up today. Anyways, I got us a few things to talk about. I didn't realize yesterday was the 22nd. I actually thought the 22nd was today. But, anyways, it was little Evelyn Boswell's second birthday yesterday. Um, and they did they had a little ceremony for her. We're going to talk about that. Hey, Denise R., good morning. Man, things are popping on YouTube this morning. The drama is popping. Anyhow, we're not going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about a murder-suicide that happened not too far from me. Hey, Never Lose Hope. Prayers for your sister, hon. Y'all pray for Never Lose Hope and her sister. Her sister's having a pacemaker put in this morning. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Carolina girl. I'm trying to... Here, let me find my chat on YouTube so I can look at the live chat. I'm in the kitchen this morning. Mark's gone to his mom's. Okay. Did anyone get any snow over the weekend? I think Bailey said yesterday on my live stream she got some. I just saw a video where it's snowing in Colorado. Yes, please remember Never Lose Hope in your prayers. Thanks, Verbal. Yeah, that's scary. So what are we going to talk about first? Let's do Evelyn. I'm going to tell you a little something about Megan Boswell. I hate even calling her Evelyn's mom. Because she wasn't a mom to her. She's Evelyn's killer, alleged killer. Let me pull up little Evelyn's picture. I hope my audio doesn't mess up this morning. It was messed up Friday, and the Friday before that, it was also messed up. I don't know what's going on with Fridays and audio. So there's little Evelyn. When I was talking about her this morning to Mark, it made me cry. Just about every time I talk about Evelyn, it brings tears to my eyes. I've had other cases that really bothered me and I cried over, but Evelyn's really hit me hard, and I believe it was because I got so emotionally wrapped up into that case because it was so close to me, so close to my area. Hey, faithful one. How are you doing? Very Mary said, it's not snowing, but it's cold. Well, there was frost on the ground this morning when I went out to open up Annabelle and the chickens. It was really cold. And here I left my aloe plant out on the porch last night. It's still alive, though. It's still alive. Uh-oh. My dentist office is calling my phone. They'll just have to leave a message here. Okay. I'll call him back. I know I have an appointment tomorrow. Well, crap. I'm looking for my chat. What happened to it? They messed it up. Okay. Now, there it is. Messes my chat up when my phone rings. Faithful one said online schooling. Yeah, Timothy's been up doing his online schooling also this morning. He thought he had some homework he had to turn in, but they're out for Thanksgiving break right now. I don't know if I really like this homeschooling. Megan, a selfish woman, liar. She gets what she deserves. Yes, she's evil. Um, and you know what? The whole family's messed up, really. Look at Megan Boswell's mother, Angela Boswell. I mean, I think she knew Evelyn was missing. And Megan and Megan's boyfriend, Hunter Wood, shut her up by giving her that BMW. And the BMW was in Hunter's mom's name, Melissa. Melissa Wood, right? Then when the Amber Alert went out, Hunter got his mom, Melissa, to go report that BMW stolen. I'm not so sure he's not involved in Evelyn's death. He may not be, but I think he knew something was amiss. Carolina girl, got our Christmas tree yesterday. Lights go on today. Smells like Christmas. Oh, I love the smell of Christmas. I buy that air freshener that smells like a Christmas tree. I love it. Okay. So yesterday was Evelyn's second birthday. Evelyn's Army, a group of local moms formed Evelyn's Army. They had a balloon releasing yesterday at Muddy Creek, where Evelyn was found at, on her grandfather's property in a shed under some clothes and other items. So they released some balloons. And also, the mom stopped by the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office with some little book bags. And inside the little book bags was just, a couple little toys and just some items for kids. That have been in domestic violence situations. That's what the little backpacks were for. I thought that was such a beautiful thing to do. And what's weird, I knew her birthday was coming up, but I had the days mixed up, right? But yesterday I was thinking, it popped in my head, I should get a little pair of angel wings and put up on the tree for little Evelyn. I just thought of that in my head. Just like a little thing to honor. Does that sound weird, y'all? I thought about getting several pairs, for like maybe a few more kids. Faithful when we put our Christmas tree up on Thanksgiving night. Can't wait. Yeah, that's usually when I do it too. I'm thinking about just getting it up, but not decorating it yet. Okay. Also, I wanted to tell y'all that Megan Boswell goes to court on December 3rd. And on December 3rd, the state will announce what punishment they will seek for the charges against her. Hopefully, they go for the death penalty. Hey, Vicky. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Evelyn, it's just, I don't know, that case has always been really close to my heart. And I didn't even know it was her birthday yesterday because I stayed out of the true crime. I just glanced at it. I knew it was coming up, but you know how my memory is. But I just had that thought in my head about buying a pair of angel wings, a little ornament, because I saw some. So around Thanksgiving last year, that's the last time Evelyn was seen. And then she wasn't reported missing until like February 2020. I believe it was February. Some of the little details, I forgot the exact dates and stuff because it's been so long. Megan lies so many times I can't even remember what really happened. Well, Evelyn's grandfather, Megan's dad, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Tommy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, he reported to the social services that he couldn't locate Evelyn. And they contacted the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, the social services did, CPS, and reported her missing. And then they, investigators started looking for her. And Megan first told them that she left Evelyn with her grandma, Angela Boswell, and she went to work. She came back to pick up Evelyn. Angela tells her that she doesn't have Evelyn, that she's in Mendota, Virginia, at a campground with some people. Then she tells them Angela said that she wasn't going to give Evelyn back or tell who had her in Mendota until Megan paid her back the money she owed her. She told them that also. Let me see, what else did she tell them? Now, according to Megan's mom, Angela, when she asked Megan where Evelyn was at, she had told Angela that she was in foster care. And Angela Boswell, she's strung out on drugs, and, she's been a horrible mother and grandmother. She don't ask any more questions. She said she didn't want to, pressure Megan or make her feel shameful. Really, lady? You don't ask where your grandchild's at, who's caring for her? How are you, Sunny Side Up? Chris Watts had a less stupid story. Oh, yeah. I knew as soon as I heard about this case, since it was on the news, she had did something to Evelyn. I knew Evelyn wasn't alive. I knew she wasn't at a campground. I just knew it. Speaking of that campground, I have to drive by it, the cutoff for it, on the way to the dentist. And from the road, it just looks like it's just like a small campground. Looks like it's got long-term residents parked there, Looks like people and campers live there. It's kind of run down looking. When she asked where the baby was, they gave her a car. That shut her up. Yeah. Now, Megan's grandfather, which is Angela's dad, said that Hunter Wood and Megan, brought that car up to Angela at his house. He witnessed it. That's what his story is. And they gave it to Megan, or to Angela. And the reason was because Megan was trying to mend her relationship with her mom, Angela. That's the reason they gave her the car. Here's the thing. That car was not even in Hunter Wood's name. It's in his mom, Melissa's name. Yeah. Okay, so they give her the car, and her strung out dope-head boyfriend take off and go to North Carolina, probably on a drug run. And that's when Evelyn's reported missing. They put out an Amber Alert and an alert on that car because it gets reported stolen after the Amber Alert goes out. Hunter gets his mom to go report it stolen. I don't think they stole that car. I do believe it was given to Angela to shut her up because she was asking questions about Evelyn. Even if Angela's on drugs and stuff, if Megan really did tell her, like, hey, CPS took Evelyn, she's in foster care, you would have thought she would have asked some questions. I don't believe that she didn't ask a few questions. She said she didn't, but I don't believe that story. Okay, let's see this. So it says Evelyn's Army hosted a celebration of life to remember little Evelyn. The co-founder of Evelyn's Army said, as a mother, Evelyn's untimely death prompted her to launch a movement that could spread positivity and love in the name of Evelyn. Aw. It touched me, especially because I have a child around the same age, a daughter as well, Candace Cook said. If something like that were to happen to me and my child went missing, I don't know what I would do. We wanted to do something to honor her memory and give her a legacy of something positive. Yeah. And see, they sealed her autopsy results. I'm eager to learn how she died. I think Megan was always mean to baby Evelyn. She was just good to her in front of people because friends and family said she seemed like a good mom when they were around. It says the group released balloons at Evelyn's gravesite along with a cake just for Evelyn in an effort to remind the community that mourn the 15-month-old's death, that Evelyn is still important, remembered, and most of all loved. Megan Boswell is scheduled to appear in court on December 3rd. I hope that bitch rots in hell. I really do. I can't stand her. When I saw her first interview on WJHL, which is my local news, I knew she'd done something to her. I mean, her daughter is missing and she's sitting there with duper's delight on her face, smiling, smirking. Let's see what it says. Here's those little backpacks I was talking about. That's not in the article, but they dropped off. They're called comfort bags. And in the bags, it's just got, just little items like little kids would like. Kids that's been the victim of abuse or in a home that has domestic violence in it. Like I said, the whole family's wackadoodles. They really are. I don't know about the grandfather. He's the one that reported Evelyn missing. I think he loved Evelyn. But the rest of them, Angela Boswell, Megan, they're pieces of crap. Pieces of crap. Hope they rot in hell. For real. She's facing more than just murder charges. She's got oh gosh, I can't even remember how many charges of lying to police. Because she told so many different stories. Hey, Bluebell. Has COVID delayed the case? I haven't heard anything. It delayed it a little bit, but she'll be back in court December the 3rd, and the state will announce punishment sought for the charges against her. Michelle, I just love your dog. It's like the cutest picture ever. Every time I see it, I'm just like, ah. What time is it where you are at? Well, it's 10:54 a.m. here. Anyways, let's not talk about Evelyn. It gets me all upset and my heart feels sad, and she's just such a beautiful little girl, and she just deserved a great life with a loving mother. Someone that loved her. It didn't exactly have to be a mother. You know what I mean? Just someone to love and care about her. She reminds me of Casey Anthony, liar, killer, and idiot. Yeah. One of her interviews, she talks, when Evelyn's first gone missing, she talks about how she just exaggerated, you could tell. She said, oh, when Evelyn first, I think she said, kissed me, I cried for a week over it. Really? You're going to cry for a week over that? I mean, that's a beautiful moment the first time your baby ever grabs your face and kisses you. Of course it is. You'll never forget it. But are you going to cry about it for a week? No. Clear exaggeration. Trying to make herself look like a good mother. And as she's telling the story, she's like telling the story of how Evelyn likes to pull her hair. And on that day, she thought Evelyn was going to pull her hair, but no, she pulled her down to her so she could kiss her mom. That's the story she told. And I thought to myself, you are probably the one that pulled Evelyn's hair all the time, if the truth is known. Hey, Mac, how are you? This membership yin yang I have now reminds me of the casino. Laugh out loud, this game named China Shores. Oh, really? I need to find some different badges. I do like the crown badge. You get that like after you've been here in the membership so many months. That one's really cool. I love that. But I need to change the rest of them to something else. I'm going to think of something to do. Okay, what else was I saying? Oh, yeah. She was just, trying to act like she was a good mom. She's not. She was a piece of shit. She was never a good mom. I don't care what her friends and family say. Of course, she's not going to be mean to Evelyn in front of them. Come on. She's going to act like she's a good mom. It's the way those abusers do. Every one of them. And then when nobody's around, that's when they're abusive. Okay. Anyways, if anyone else is involved, I hope they charge them. It doesn't look like they're going to charge anyone else. Looks like it's just her. Hope she gets the death penalty because that's what she deserves. Okay. Let me get on my local news here. There's nothing to share. It don't show any pictures. Probably going to play this clip. Let me see if I can stop it from doing that. So we had... Ready to build the home? Okay. Let me turn that off. We had a murder-suicide happen here. Well, it's a little bit a ways from me, but not too far away. It happened in Smith County. The sheriff, what's his name? Chip Schuler has confirmed a child was flown to Johnson City Medical Center following a homicide. Suicide has died. Okay, so what happened is a 27-year-old woman, allegedly the kid's mom's, she killed her 3-year-old, her 10-year-old, and her 6-year-old. And her 8-year-old fled the house and escaped. Then she took her own life. Okay. When police arrived on the scene, the 3-year-old, the 10-year-old were dead, and the mother, the 27-year-old mother. The 6-year-old was flown to Johnson City Medical Center. Was in critical condition, but I believe the 6-year-old passed away. Yeah, it died. No names have been released pending notification of the family members. It says the sheriff's office was alerted to the incident around 6:15 a.m. What day did this happen? I'm trying to look at the date here. So this happened in Marion, Virginia, in the 100 block of Harley Road, which is not too far from where I go to the dentist. You can look it up. Her name is Cheyenne, and the baby's name was Sterling. They got life in prison, the mother and the father. That sounds familiar, Blue West. Let me see what else I can find out about this murder-suicide here. I was looking this morning. I still could not find their names, but it was on Crime Online had an article up about it. Okay. It's like, then we'll look at some more true crime. We'll talk about Crystal Rodgers a minute. So this happened on Saturday. So the 8-year-old that escaped the scene was unharmed and is now with relatives. It says the bodies have been sent to the chief medical examiner's office for autopsies, and the investigation will continue pending that report. Names are not being released at this time. The sheriff also did not describe the relationship between the victims, but neighbors in the trailer home community said they were a family. Well, I knew more than likely they were a family. Hold on, guys. I got to get something. Sitting here without an ashtray. Okay. So someone that lives in the trailer park said, "We were tight," said Billy Campbell, who lives in the trailer behind the scene. "They kept to themselves. My wife and she talked to them a lot." Oh, he says, "My wife, she talked to them a lot." Okay. So it rents out the trailer homes there. I wonder if she had some kind of mental illness. Something bad was going on to kill your children and then yourself. Thank God that 8-year-old escaped. Goodness gracious. Hey, Red Rum. Hey, Mary. See, bad things happen in rural communities as well. Now, Marion is quite a bit bigger than where I live at. Marion is in Smith County. It's quite a bit bigger. There's actually a state mental institution in Marion. Like where they put like the criminally insane at. Yes. That bad place. Really bad place. Okay. Oh crap, my stuff's messed up. I'm going to talk about Crystal Rodgers. Never Lose Hope. Are you still in here? Did you see? Well, I'm sure you did see that video Carol Baskin put up about being when she was pregnant. Oh my God, it's freaking disgusting. Maybe we'll talk about that in a minute. I mean, some people don't want to be pregnant. Like, I get that, but it's the way that she talks about it. You know? It's disgusting. Mac, you should go listen to that. Analyze that video. Okay. So, the FBI says remains found in July were not Crystal Rodgers. Crystal Rodgers is a mom who's missing from Bardstown, Kentucky. She's been missing for quite some time, since 2015, July 3rd, 2015. Let's just read this. It says human remains found this summer near the area where Crystal Rodgers vanished more than 5 years ago did not belong to the missing Kentucky mother of 5. The Nelson County Sheriff's Office said Friday. After the remains were found on July 23rd, the FBI joined the investigation and served search warrants, including at the home of Rodgers' former boyfriend, Brooke Hoke, his brother Nick, and the Hoke family farm, where authorities believe Rodgers was last seen alive, reportedly by Brooks Hoke, as Crime Online previously reported. Crystal Rodgers' mother, Sherry Ballard, reported her daughter missing on July 3rd, 2015, and her car was found with a flat tire and her keys, phone, and purse inside on the nearby Bluegrass Parkway 2 days later. Earlier this month, the FBI towed Rodgers' car from a storage shed for processing. You mean they're just now doing that? A year after Crystal's disappearance, Nick Hoke was fired from the Bardstown Police Department for allegedly interfering with the investigation. Yeah, he was trying to cover for his brother. I believe he was involved in the cover-up. The Nelson County Sheriff's Office said the FBI notified them on Friday that the remains were not Crystal's. Investigators have not yet determined an identity and will continue to investigate that case as well. A $25,000 reward is being offered for information that leads to Crystal Rodgers' discovery. Here's something that's crazy. Her dad, someone shot her dad like a year after her disappearance. And he was making a lot of noise. He knowed that her ex-boyfriend was involved, and his brother, Nick, who's a police officer, was helping cover it up. I mean, they hauled Brooks in for questioning, right? Okay, his brother's a police officer. His brother calls him on the phone when he's sitting in there with police. They know it's Nick. On the phone, he tells him to get up and quit talking to him, not to cooperate. And he's a police officer telling his brother this. Yes, so they ended up firing him. Hey, Chatterbox. Now I'm the Ted Bundy of What? I missed y'all's conversation. Something to Ted Bundy of spiders. Mac says, Carol, I like my burgers rare. Oh my goodness. She is a freaking nut. Go check out her last video, Mac, on her Carol Baskin channel. It's disgusting the way she talks about human life. Okay. Anyways, I think he pulled a Patrick Frazee. I think he killed Crystal. Hold on just one second, guys. Okay. Hold on. Let me mute a second and move out of the kitchen. I hear Mark pulling in. I'm going to go to the bedroom. Sorry about that, guys. I'm already live, babe. Yeah, I won't be on here much longer. I was talking to my son. Sorry, guys. Okay, I left my notebook and everything in there, so my mind's went blank. He totally did, Cece. Can't prove it, but we all know it. Yeah. Yeah, and I think his brother helped him cover up the crime. I don't think he just gave him advice. Lady, please. Can you let her out? Timothy, please. She is so annoying. I swear, these dogs are like having like a bunch of toddlers around, guys. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Sorry, guys. They act like they haven't seen Mark in 10 years. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's see what else. Thank you, baby. I made Timothy go get my phone. Ask him to. Yep, his brother is guilty, in my opinion. Yeah, I can't wait till he's cuffed and stuffed. There is a video somewhere of actually Brooks in the interrogation room talking to investigators, and his phone rings, and it's his brother. And you could tell by what Brooks was saying that he was telling him to get up and walk out of the interview room and not to cooperate. You know, that looks real bad on him, and him, a police officer, telling someone not to cooperate with the investigation. And who shot her daddy? I think they were involved in that too. That's my theory, because he was making a ruckus about this. You know, he was putting posters up, if I'm not mistaken, around town and bringing awareness, wanting them to do something. Because he knew that they were involved with his daughter's disappearance. Someone shot him. I don't think they ever found out who did that. I think he died too from the gunshot wound, if I'm not mistaken. I'm telling you, people are insane. And Bardstown, I don't think that's a really big town. I think that's like a really small community, from what I can understand. Has to be evidence somewhere, then they can convict him. Yeah, yeah, I have to remind myself of that because, look, the prosecution, they only get one chance, really, to convict them. If they get found not guilty of murder, they can't try them again because of double jeopardy. You know, sometimes they may get two chances, like a hung jury or something, but you know what I mean. If they come back with a not guilty, then it's over. Can't charge them with murder again. Now, I just wonder if someone gets not found not guilty of murder, can they still be found guilty of manslaughter or something? I'd like to know that. Are y'all scared of spiders? I see y'all talking about spiders in the chat. Gosh, don't come to my house. They're always in my bathroom. I was in Annabelle's shed the other day, and I sit down on her little shelf trying to get her to come in there, and I looked over, and there's this huge brown hairy spider. Yeah, I got the hell out of there quick. Okay, I want to see what else is going on. Oh my gosh. Little boy stomped to death by mother's boyfriend who claimed he fell off a scooter. You've got to be kidding me. Hold on a minute and I'll screen share this son of a bitch's picture. Piece of crap. Stomped to death. What a piece of shit monster. Somebody ought to stomp him to death. See, that's what should happen to these people that abuse children, murder children. They should get the same punishment back, what they did to their victim. Like he stomped this little boy to death, allegedly. So, if convicted, that's what should happen to him, in my opinion. I know it's not going to happen, but that's my opinion. Maybe these people think twice about doing it. Do like over in, where was that? I said where they take a cane pole and whip them out in the street. Singapore? No, maybe I can't remember. Anyways, it says a 3-year-old boy is dead, and police say the boyfriend of the child's mother is to blame. 24-year-old Santos Rodriguez was arrested after police discovered a gruesome scene at a San Bernardino hospital. When officers arrived, they noted that a young boy was being treated for severe head injuries. The child ultimately passed away. Rodriguez initially told investigators that the boy fell and hit his head while riding a Razor scooter. After further questioning, he reportedly admitted to stomping on the boy's head several times. Jesus. Authorities said the incident is still under investigation and declined to answer if there was a known motive. However, Rodriguez reportedly admitted that he had lost his temper when he attacked the child. The motive for this incident is under continuous investigation. No additional information is available for release at this time. Rodriguez is currently at the San Bernardino County West Valley Detention Center and he is being held without bail. He needs the death penalty for this. It's a developing story, it says. Let's look at this piece of shit. Coward. These abusers, see, they feel weak inside, makes them feel powerful when they beat on something that's weaker than them. Pieces of crap. And people, quit trusting everybody around your children, these boyfriends, these girlfriends, and stuff. I've been seeing stuff about women too, like this one woman had killed her husband's grandchild. Maybe it was her fiance's grandchild. So basically his live-in girlfriend killed his grandchild. I believe she drowned the kid, if I'm not mistaken. He has mental issues. Hey, when y'all lose y'all's temper, do you ever think about harming someone? I don't. I lose my temper sometimes. Of course, I'm human. I usually just walk outside. I get real pissed and I may mumble a few words, just bitching a little bit, and that's it. That's it. I never think about harming anyone or any animals or anything like that. Normal people don't. It's probably not the first time he abused this little child. I can guarantee that. He just didn't snap. I don't believe that. I can't wait to hear the whole truth about this. I'll keep y'all updated. But really, the laws about abusing children and stuff, they need to be stiffer punishments. Something needs to be done. And I was telling Mark this morning, something needs to be done. You hear about a lot of these kids that are adopted and abused, sometimes murdered. Once kids are adopted, it's like the state washes their hands of it. They don't check back in on them, and I think that needs to change. Really, that's my opinion. There's a lot of good adoptive parents in the world, a lot. A lot of good foster parents. A lot of good biological parents in the world, but there's also bad. And I hate to say it, but a lot of people just want to be foster parents to make money. And that's just the truth. It's sad. These kids get taken from abusive homes and stuff, get put in foster care, and sometimes they end up in foster homes that abuse them too. Now, my uncle, he does foster care. He's a good foster parent. He really cares about kids, him and his wife. Very merry. I'm adopted. Thank God. Every day I have great parents. Yeah, there's good adoptive parents in the world. There's also some bad ones. But like that case in Tennessee where that couple, they adopted those children. They had one, I think, enclosed in the basement or something for some years, another one buried in the backyard. I mean, nobody checked in on those kids after they were adopted. I think they were actually adopted in North Carolina, and that couple moved to Tennessee, but nobody checked in on them, and they was being abused for years, tortured. Just something needs to be done about that. I know once kids are adopted, that's like the kids' parents. It's like their legal guardian. Um, but still, they should check in on the kids, I believe. And abuse went up 50% after the COVID pandemic hit. Went up 50% because kids were at home more. They were around their abusers more. Cement shoes. I have physical limitations that make me believe I wouldn't properly care for a child, but if I had one, I would defend them with my life. Exactly, cement shoes. I would too. I'm a mama bear. That's what my son says. I'm like a mama freaking grizzly bear. I would take your head off over my child. Really. You're supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be a mama bear. My mom hit on me. I was so confused as a child because she would love me. She would feed me, but I mean, nice things. But then she would hurt me and do horrible things. It really confuses someone. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry that happened to you, Blue West. I know, it's hard to deal with. It affects you in your adult life when you're abused as a child. Most certainly does. Yeah, it's quite an increase, isn't it, Mike? 50%. Now, I read that in an article one day, and I was like, wow. I think it was included that they included that information in an article about a child abuse case I was reading about. And I was like, 50%. And they were saying it's because they were, kids were home now. Poor kids that are abused, just think about it. Home all the time now, some of them. They get no breaks from the abuse. They don't get to go to school and have any time of peace. It's just so freaking sad. I wish I could rescue all the abused kids in the world. I really do. Really hurts my heart. I always think, somewhere in the world there's a kid being abused, maybe caged up, locked in a room, and nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about it. It's so freaking sad. Really bothers me. It makes my heart rate increase. Sorry, guys, I was about to cough. I wonder what the percentage was on the child murders. Did you read something on that? Very curious. Or is it included in the child abuse? It said something about the child murder rate increasing. I can't remember how much that was, but I do remember plainly it's saying that child abuse had increased 50%. I think we read somewhere. I think I looked up that. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it, Chatterbox, real quick. Right here, I found something. Let's see, where did this come from? Children Bureau of Justice Statistics. Oh crap, it's wanting me to download a PDF. I think I got it. Let it load up. I think that's increased too, just to be honest. I don't know what in the world I've clicked on, but it's wanting to open files and every freaking thing. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of crap. Oh, let me get out of this crap. I thought I had found it. Right here maybe is one. Child homicide rate. Oh my gosh. I can't find it right off Chatterbox. I have clicked on some crap. I don't even know what I clicked on. Thought it was going to show me the rate, but it didn't. I feel like that child abuse and child homicide has went up. I know child abuse has, but I believe the homicide has went up. People say it's because we have the internet and we hear about it, more easily and hear about it more because of that. But I don't think that's just it. I've been researching Diane Downs, by the way, guys. Oh my gosh. I researched her so much. I could hear her talking in my freaking head. When I was thinking about the case, I could just hear the sound of her voice. Ugh. Uh. Let's see. What else is going on? Maybe a possible arrest coming any moment in the couple. There was a couple killed in Missouri. I think they were just like shot on their porch last week. And they're saying they might have a suspect. It says Alex Chute, 28, and Brianna Sproul, 30, were found shot to death on their front porch in Willard on Saturday, November 14th. More than a week later, police have still not made any arrests, but law enforcement officials who said early on that the victims were targeted have indicated they are narrowing in on a suspect. Let me show you out their pictures. They look like a sweet couple. Someone had it out for them, that's for sure. I wonder if they saw the shooter or anything, or if he shot from the woods or something. Okay, it says we are far closer now than we were in the beginning to being able to disclose and discuss motive and suspect information, but we're not quite there yet, Willard Police Chief Tom McClan told KY3 on Saturday. He says it's because of the size of staff. It could be any moment, or it could be another week, possibly. Okay, so it says Willard Police and the Missouri State Highway Patrol executed a search warrant Thursday at a home in Springfield, which is less than 15 miles from Willard. According to the report, police would not comment on what they were looking for in the home. It is not yet known who resides there. Okay, it says Chute was in an ongoing custody battle with his former wife and the mother of his young daughter, but police have not named her as a person of interest in the murder investigation. Uh-oh. I saw a case that was like this. I saw several before. But there was this one case where a woman got her dad to shoot her ex and his new wife when they were leaving church. Yes, doing a custody exchange. They dropped the kid off with the grandmother who was at the church. There were a few people inside the church, not many. And then when they left out the door, they were shot and killed. And it turns out it was his ex and his ex-father-in-law. And the grandmother that was there doing the custody exchange inside the church, she knew it was going to happen. They all planned it. It was crazy. Crazy. Well, I hope they track down whoever's responsible for this. This was an execution, if you ask me. Okay. Well, guys, I guess that's all true crime I'm going to do this morning. It was a little bit of a boring stream. I'm sorry about that. I had a lot going on before the live stream this morning. A lot going on in the house. Mark had been to the store and this and that, dealing with my mom. And so, sorry. Never do that in 1,000 years. I mean, there's crazy people in the world. Some people would rather kill you than share custody with you. Some people would rather kill you than pay child support or alimony, you know? Carolina girl, Diane Downs never shed one tear that I saw of in any interview. She's vile. Well, when we do the Diane Downs stream, I'm going to try to do that Friday. We're actually going to watch a couple of her interviews. Because, maybe there's somebody that doesn't know a lot about Diane Downs and they can kind of, watch her in the interview and see what type of person she is. She talks about herself. One part that really stuck out to me, and she's like, in one of the interviews, she's like, they say I'm lucky, but I don't feel very lucky. I was shot in the arm. I haven't been able to tie my shoes in a week. And she started laughing. Maybe she said a month. And she started laughing. Yeah. She didn't mention anything about losing a kid or, or say anything about her two kids that survived that, barely survived. She didn't say anything about them. She's just talking about herself. Diane loved to talk, and she loved to talk about herself. She's she has histrionic, I think, personality disorder. I think that's how you say it. She's also antisocial, and they said she has no empathy, remorse, sympathy. She only has sympathy and empathy for herself. She's got a couple more things wrong with her, too. I need to write that down, what else she's got going on. Yes, hugs, everyone. Be safe. Hopefully, we'll have a more exciting stream tomorrow. I'll be better organized and stuff. But yeah, have a great day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'm going to get off here and probably get out of my pajamas and go over to the funny farm, gather some eggs. Anyways, love y'all. Be safe.